Oh, hey everyone, it's Coach Chris from Defined Risk Investing coming at you. I'm taping this video at 5:16 p.m. Central Daylight Time on Thursday, August 8th, 2024. What you're looking at here is a chart of the Micro E-mini NASDAQ, the MNQ 100 Index Future, which expires on September of 2024. This is a 5-minute chart you're looking at right here. And I'm assuming most of you saw the title of this video. Things could not have gone much worse for me today. And it had nothing to do with charting or anything. It was my own fault. I started this morning all hyped up on coffee and sugar. And I was wound tighter than a cheap watch. I mean, it was unreal. And I was so anxious, and I actually traded really well for the first part of the day. I had a couple, several $100 trades, and I was having some technology issues, both with my computer and with the software. And I was trading on Top Step X, and there was a major lag. Every time you'd enter or adjust a trade, it would pause for like 5 to 10 seconds minimum, sometimes more. And it was just freaking me out because the market was moving really nicely, yet the software wasn't responding. Now, I'm not blaming what I did on that. I mean, it's easy to blame, the reason I traded crappy was because of the technology or the platform or something like this. You're always going to have issues. Don't get me wrong. What I did today was my own fault. Like I said, I got started out really, really hot. And then I missed a huge trade, not this one. I'll get to the chart in a second. I missed a huge trade on, I had a trade on oil, and the thing didn't move. I had the direction. It was a reversal, and I closed the trade for break even, and I made the dreaded mistake. And it was a big trade. Would have been a $500 trade for me. I made the mistake after I closed the trade at break even about 5 minutes later to see that the damn thing had blew right through my target. I mean, I would have had a beautiful trade. So what I did is I proceeded to chop myself up. I was $300 away from passing an Apex PA. And I ended up crashing that thing. I went from being up $350 to down, I don't know. I see these candles. I was trading. I'd go short, then I go long, go short, then go long. I mean, it was like I was in a trance. I mean, all of the things I know not to do, I did. It was just the most major tilt. I blew a Top Step combine, which I had been up over $300, and just stupidity. And actually it could have been a fairly decent day to trade, but yet I wasn't looking at any fundamentals. I just got totally engrossed in my woes, and it just was a spiral out of control. Markets just opened up for the evening session 20 minutes ago. And you'll notice it was actually kind of a killer day if I'd have had my mental game in play. I don't trade pre-market, so there was actually 2 small trades. Let me just see what these would have been. Actually, that was a 50-pointer. And then, come on. I'm really not having a good day. That was a 50-pointer. Then this one triggered here. That was a 50-pointer. This, I don't know what that was. And then, of course, the unemployment report came out at 7:30 Central Time. And look at this bar. It went from here. Ooh, beautiful. 150 point. Now, I was trading the afterglow, and this is when one of the things that I really screwed up on. What you'll normally see on these newsprints is you'll see a huge bar in either direction, when the algos initially fire based on, sometimes you'll see them clear liquidity on both sides, 100 to 150 points. You'll see this candle be, in both directions. Not today. It went straight up. The thing went immediately straight up. And so I decided to wait. And normally what I'll do is I'll trade. What you'll see is a lot of times will happen after this initial algo candle. It'll start to fade down and end up almost back to where it started. But here again, not today. And so this candle gave me a total fake out. I thought it was coming back down. I placed an order here, and it never did. And then it just slowly built momentum. We did have a little drawback in this area right after the open. The open was strong. We had this little pullback and reversal, and then this thing went off to the races. And then it was mostly all straight up till 2:15 this afternoon. There was a short here, 90-point short, which I missed because I was a wreck. I mean, everything you could do wrong, I did wrong today in terms of what a trader should do. I have normally a rule that if I have 2 to 3 losing trades in a row, I get up, walk around, take a sip of coffee, beat the dog, whatever. But I didn't do that. I mean, I was literally in, out, trying. Just stupidity what I did today. Thank goodness I didn't blow any of my live accounts. My cash account, personal cash account, I ended up making $13 after commissions. I just couldn't get a good trade to run it in that. And throughout the day, I had some great trades, and I just would screw them up. What happened was I got down, one of the things that happened, I got down around $300 in one of my accounts. And so I did, I can't even telling you about this is stupid. It sounds so stupid. So instead of worrying about taking it in bits and pieces, making 50 here, 100 there, I of course sized up, and I was thinking, this thing's going to reverse, and we would get a little bit of pullback, in here, but then it was usually absorbed and then off to the races. The other thing, it was still very whippy. You can see these long wicks. And so you look at a candle like this, say you're trying to scalp this. Here again, I shouldn't be scalping. I want to get away from scalping, but I thought I was forced to do it to try and get the money back. But if you look at these candles, so let's just take an average candle in here. That one's 70 points. This one's probably about the same, maybe a little smaller. 70 points from top to bottom. And so what I was doing, which I knew not to, I had the same environment yesterday and I killed it. Let me just put some trend lines on here once and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's just go here. It doesn't have to be exact. It's just for illustrating. Let's clone that. And I'll put another one up here on top. So you'll see there was actually a beautiful channel here. Okay, and so what I had done yesterday is every time it touched the channel or came within a few points, I would go long. And I'd pick up an easy, I usually would pick up anywhere from 20 to 50 points. Look at right there, 60 points. On some, where it was pretty obvious, I would also ride it down. So you look at a channel like that, that's 65. Let's just assume you made 20 points in each direction. That would be 40, 80, 120. I mean, you're talking hundreds of points here. And it's just like clockwork. Go up, go down, go up, go down. Right all within from 9 a.m. all the way up to 10. I mean, you could pass an eval right in that hour and a half when you have that defined. And I did everything wrong. If I was actually doing everything ass backwards. I would go long here and go short down at the bottom, and then immediately turn around and do the opposite. And so I was just getting chewed up. Instead of passing a combine, I blew one, In this pattern, I mean, it's nothing confusing. Even here, when you see this consolidation, let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So we have consolidation. Let's do that as the bottom. And then I'll do another one up on top just to show you what you can do in here, which I should have done. Clone that. We'll go up here. Well, we'll just use this bottom. The same was true here, but that is 70 points. I mean, and it's a no-brainer. You buy here, ride it up. Buy here, ride it up. Buy here, ride it up. And so that would have been, say, these candles, let's just say you could how many points? Just say 30 points each you could probably get out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that'd be 300 points easily. Another 300 there. So this was just a ridiculous day. Let me just look at this trade. Obviously, you're not going to enter exactly on that newsprint. So that was kind of let me just go up here and just see what it would be if you went up here, long position. Let's just say you entered after the trade long. You'd be looking at 100. You still could have got 100 points out of it. Then another run. This was a run from the low of this candle to the high there, another 250 points. I mean, I just was fighting it and doing everything wrong. And then, like I said, then what I was doing was just chasing my losses, trying to recoup, and just utter stupidity. Let me just measure out this last. I'd have been better off not trading or trading these channels like I just mentioned, waiting, because you knew another trade was going to trigger, either if it did reverse to the downside or you'd get a nice smooth run. So let's just see what this trade ended up being. This was at 25 minutes after 2 in the afternoon, went for 100 points. So, I mean, that would have been, a nice $200-some trade. The only, like I said before, at least I didn't crash my cash account, my personal account, made a whole $13. I paid more in commissions. I think I paid $30 in commissions on that. Commissions are very high on personal brokerage accounts. People don't realize how good you have it in these trading accounts. That's the primary reason I'm trading on Top Step X is there's literally no commissions. You pay exchange fees, which is really minimal, and so you can trade micros on there and not have the expense you'd normally have trading in another brokerage account. So it's really a shame I did what I did today, because the chart was there. It was there for the picking if I'd only wouldn't had my head up my ass. So I hope all of you did better than me. You can see, like I said, the market just opened and just kind of consolidating here. So we'll be interested to see what tomorrow brings. I am going to really, really concentrate on not screwing up again and get back on track where I had been, because I had been trading really well. I'd been seeing the market really well. And I think maybe that was part of the problem. I started to get a little cocky, like, oh, I've got this thing all figured out. And as you guys probably know, the market will humble you very, very quickly. And it sure humbled me good today. So I got to take inventory. I was hoping to pass some more XFAs and PAs, and I did just the opposite, crashed them. So I've got to go take inventory, and hope you all are trading good. If you have anything you'd like me to discuss, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. This is Coach Chris from Defined Risk Investing signing out.